django.db.utils.OperationalError. Attempt to write a read-only database error, Django Docker Nginx. When working with Django deployed via Docker and served through Nginx, you might encounter the dreaded django.db.utils.OperationalError. Attempt to write a read-only database. This error typically occurs due to permission issues on your SQLite database file. Let's troubleshoot and resolve this error step by step. Understanding the error. The error message clearly indicates that there is an attempt to write to a database file marked as read-only. In a Docker and Nginx setup, this issue usually stems from file system permission constraints. Common causes and resolutions. 1. File ownership and permissions. Cause. The Docker container might run with a specific user that lacks the necessary permissions to write to the SQLite database file. Resolution. Ensure that the database file and its parent directory are writable by the user running your Django application within the Docker container. Adjust your_user and your_user_ group to the user and group under which Django is running inside your Docker container. 2. Volume mounts in Docker. Cause. When you mount a host directory to Docker as a volume, the permissions of the host directory can affect the permissions inside the Docker container. Resolution. Use appropriate permissions while mounting the volumes. You can set the correct permissions by specifying them in the docker compose.yaml or directly in the docker run command. Alternatively, you can set permissions in the Docker file. 3. Database directory initialization. Cause. If the database directory isn't created properly when the Docker container initializes, it can lead to permission issues. Resolution. Ensure that the directory for your SQLite database is created and has the correct permissions during the Docker build phase. Four. Running migrations. Cause. Attempting to run Django migrations without the necessary permissions can lead to this error. Resolution. Always run your Django migrations with the correct user context that has right permissions to the SQLite database. Conclusion. By ensuring proper file permissions and ownership, correctly handling volume mounts, and running database-related commands with appropriate user contexts, you can effectively fix the django.db.utils.OperationalError. Attempt to write a read-only database error in Django when using Docker and Nginx. Adhering to these practices ensures a smoother experience as you develop and deploy your Django applications. Remember, correctly setting up and managing permissions in a Dockerized environment is key to avoiding such operational errors.